Hey everybody, it's Shaman Sister Sin, and I just wanted to take a couple minutes to talk to you about denial in relationships with narcissistic people. We're all very aware of the denial on the narcissist's part, but what about denial on the part of the victims, of the people who are in these relationships with narcissists? It's often a big factor, and one of the places that it shows up really strongly is in future faking. This is one of the reasons why we say don't buy into the future faking. Narcissistic relationships are not an endurance race where you'll get the reward if you just stay the course. There is nothing at the end because there is no end. It's just the same race forever and ever and ever. This is important because when we look at situations, we understand in our lives that we have to take action. The grass is not going to cut itself. The dishes aren't going to wash themselves. The trash is not going to take itself out. Nothing will ever change until we take action. You wouldn't stand there looking at the grass and just hoping that it's going to look better eventually, like you would cut it. You wouldn't stand there looking at the dishes hoping that one day they're just going to magically be clean. You would wash them. In toxic relationships, too often we are waiting for the dishes to wash themselves. The toxic person is not going to take any action regarding their behavior or their mindset. They obviously do not see a problem with the way that things are. Since you can't change these things for them, you can't do the work for them, you have to look at what you can change. This usually means your association with this person has to end. This is generally not the outcome most people want, but it's usually the only action that's going to improve anything for you. You have to take your power back. One of the things that can prevent people from taking their power back is denial. The function of denial is such that if it can be denied that there's a problem, this implies that action does not need to be taken, right? This usually happens in situations where the action is something that the person doesn't want to do. Narcissistic relationships are generally predicated on denial. The narcissist is in complete and total denial about everything, and the victim is in denial about what's going on in the relationship. The narcissist is in denial because they can't handle the reality of themselves in any aspect of life, on any level, at all, period. They are in almost a total denial of reality here. The victim is in denial for multiple reasons, but usually reasons that are related to each other, and chief among them is that they don't yet want to end the relationship, or they believe that they can't for whatever reason. Accepting the reality of what's going on and what it means usually leaves only one option: the relationship has to end. We cannot affect or break through the narcissist's denial, but it's important to examine the reasons for denial and the inability to accept things in your own situation or in your own relationship, in your own life. What is the action that you would have to take if you accepted the reality here, and why don't you want to take it? Does it mean something to you or for you or about you, in your opinion? Is there fear related to this? And if there is, what is it based on? Through this kind of self-examination, we can understand what is driving our own behavior and how to address these things in a healthier way. One of the biggest things that prevents people from being able to do honest self-examination is shame. But you are not broken. You don't need to keep carrying the shame. You have learned or been conditioned with or been taught unhealthy coping mechanisms, unhealthy defense strategies, unhealthy survival skills. You can learn new ones. You can learn healthier ones. If you don't remember anything else you have ever heard me say, please remember that. It's time to let go of the shame for not being perfect. It's time to let go of shame that does not belong to you, that was put there by other people, or that you are carrying for the actions of others. Only when we are able to look at ourselves honestly, without shaming ourselves and without judging ourselves for what we didn't know, are we able to actually take meaningful action that can change our lives. So I hope that clears a few things up for you. May the Great Spirit bless you. Have a beautiful day.